Can someone look up the LD50 of coffee for me? In the latest episode of our ongoing and heroic endeavor to avoid responsibility, we found some new toys on Amazon. Did you know that you can run RetroPie on a Pi Zero? Come check this out. Okay, so while surfing through Amazon for some other unrelated things, I came across a Gameboy case for the Raspberry Pi Zero that reportedly we can load RetroPie on and then play Game Boy games, but also at this point maybe Super Nintendo games on a handheld device that runs off batteries and runs RetroPie off a Raspberry Pi Zero with a screen. This is going to be cool. Let's see what we got. It even comes with a case. Actually, kind of a nice one. Ugh. Little copper heatsink for the chip because we're going to be burning up the games. Screen protector for something. Well, obviously the screen. Raspberry Pi Zero. These things are so tiny and apparently run everything that we need. The Geek Pi SD card. We're going to be using our own SanDisk because I don't know where that manufacturer's from. We've got another case. Okay, lots of cases. And then we've got screwdriver, USB power cord. Thing's actually got a little bit of heft to it. Okay, and then instructions. Because it runs on batteries, when your batteries run out, you don't want your systems unceremoniously shutting down. So they've actually got instructions and links to a GitHub repo for the safe shutdown script, presumably when our voltage drops below a certain level. D-pad, a little bit mushy. So the Pi's in here just has little spring-loaded contacts to hit the back to the GPIO of the Raspberry Pi Zero, and then a little ribbon cable that plugs directly into the HDMI, mini HDMI, micro HDMI, whichever HDMI that is. Okay, presumably that goes like that. Power that on. We got it. Power light, good. We've got power to the screen. Whether or not we've got the Pi powering on, I don't see it. Ruh-roh. Okay, so we just got back from our phone-a-friend adventure because we realized also there's no keyboard on this. So how do you configure your Wi-Fi and how do you configure that it's going to start up SSH so that it will let you connect to it? The answer is after you flash your SD card, you need to put on 2 quick files onto the boot partition of the SD card, a blank SSH text document, literally called SSH with nothing in it. Put that into the boot directory on the SD card, and that'll enable it the SSH connections with the usual Pi and Raspberry password. And then also there's a Wi-Fi config file that you also want to place on there, and we'll put those example files in the description of this video. We're going to put it all back together again. Power connector. Okay, we give it some power. And is there something we have to do to enable that screen?
Install GPI case patch. Did you do that?
What case patch? No. Once again, the instructions have foiled us. Run the patch. Okay, patch done. That was anticlimactic. So now we should have the screen connected. The correct video output should be on. Safe shutdown script is installed. Got power light. We got a cursor. Okay, so we're booting. RetroPie. So we've loaded up all of our old ROMs. We're of course starting with Tetris, and then we've got the Game Boy Color Super Mario Deluxe that we're going to play. And then because this is RetroPie, we're jumping right to our favorite time waster games from Super Nintendo, which would be The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past and the ever classic Super Mario World. We've got sound, 1987 color Tetris. This is Tetris. And it plays quite well. Well, productivity is going to go down in the office. Again, Super Mario Deluxe, yes. A million games in one. Super Mario World on a handheld with a Raspberry Pi Zero. I'm never getting work done again. So the whole kit, including the Raspberry Pi Zero, plus the case, the screen, everything all together, 125 bucks. There are way worse things to spend 125 Canada bucks on. Oh yeah, lantern. Take this lantern with you. All right, so for cheaper than the inflated Game Boy price, you can have all of your Game Boy games ported over through RetroPie, and whatever other systems you had. I'm not sure this is going to run GameCube games, and we're not going to try that today. But come on, if you got all of your old Super Nintendo games, all of your Nintendo games, all of your Game Boy games, all on a handheld, come on. This has been a great day. And now we've got lots of video games to try on a brand new little handheld. Hope this was interesting for you, and we'll see you next week. I don't know if we need to follow the instructions or not. Can we do this without instructions? Maybe? Ah, we didn't put the heatsink on. Let's see what else I did wrong. Third time's the charm. Are we on fourth, or are we on third or fourth? So the whole kit that we... Ooh. Yeah, die.